Hey guys, today's video is on working at ANT ANTICS. First, I use my super cool ID card to unlock the display room. This is where most of our big colonies are living. I just take a quick walk around the room to check on all the colonies and make sure that there are no escapes or any ants plotting to escape. And I just quickly make a note of all the bits I'm going to need to do their maintenance, like food, sugar snaps, water, barrier, etc., and make sure all the temps are correct, and obviously hydrate all the setups that need it. And I always like to admire our ward. And our 3 open tanks here, I check to see if the tanks or the plants around them need watering. And then I have to check that the meat ants haven't been dumping their trash off the tall branches. One of the store's favourite colonies is the Messor Arenarius. I believe this colony is extra special to Rich because he got this colony when his son was first born, so it's sentimental. They are pretty low maintenance. As long as they have plenty of seeds and water, they are happy. Plus they get protein every now and then, which they love. My pet peeve with this colony is that I try to neaten up the substrate on the floor and they just dump it all at the back. Let's take a look at the meat ants. Gross pinkies, so I ain't touching that. But I love their outworld and love watching them climb on the branches. They are absolutely stunning, especially with the lighting and everything behind. It is the prettiest setup in my opinion. And then we just have a quick look through the nest to make sure that everything's doing well, and it all looks pretty good. Another store favourite is the weavers. These did give us a mini heart attack one day when we could barely see any in their weaver tower. I was looking all around the tank and on the floor and couldn't see them anywhere. Then Rich spotted that they had weaved the nest into the artificial plant decoration. Then, like the kind professional boss Rich is, he called Sam down and said, "Where are all the weavers?" So we could watch Sam have a mini heart attack too. But how cool is it to see? And they have got to be one of the most elegant ants ever. They are definitely on my list. Now let's pick one from the shelves. One of the cutest species, Crematogaster scutellaris. They are so adorable. They have brought all their brood out to tell me off for having the door open so long and them having to move closer to the heat cable, but they make me miss my old colony of these so much. They're pretty ants and they always swarm food so well. Now for the Camponotus singularis. I think these are my favourite in the display room. Absolutely beautiful big ants. And it's been amazing seeing them grow over the years, like from the Antcons or visiting the shop to collect colony and now working here. And they are starting to produce drones now, which is amazing. They are very impressive. They have majors guarding the nest openings from the isopods, and there's normally some up in the plants as if they are like watching over the tank. They have got so many chambers underground that we can see them up against the glass now. They're definitely my favourite. I love these ones too. Formica fusca. I think I'm going for a Formica binge at the moment because of the slave maker and I'm adding different workers to her. I really love how active they are and scatty and quite fast too. Formica is super fun to keep, and working with lots of different ants has made me appreciate ones I'd never given a second look at before. They have such funny little personalities. They're always up to something and the tank is never quiet. But with them being so active, and they're in quite large numbers now, they do need their barrier replaced more than a lot of the other species in the display room. But it's such a healthy tank. Even the springtails are having the time of their lives. I love them. Here's a campo that I like because they are active but well behaved. They kind of remind me of my Crematogaster colony, personality wise. They're just a nice sweet colony. A newer addition, the Messor Arenarius. They are awesome and currently moving into their new home, which has been happening pretty fast. They were not shy to explore it all and quickly started moving in. They look super impressive in their new home already, and with the way they are growing, I'm sure they'll need several more nests very soon. Also in the display room, we have some of ANT ANTICS setups and equipment on display. Some have colonies in so that when people come to visit the shop and want to get into ant keeping, we can show them all the bits and bobs and talk them through everything. Making this video makes me realise how long ago it is between filming the footage and actually putting this together. I must have filmed this just after Antcon, because in early June we had already had all the pop-Fs in this setup and all the modular range, so apologies. Then in the back room, which was the Antcon relax room, we use this for our regular staff meetings, talks, and when we have visits from schools or clubs. We also use it when we have visitors to play games and obviously for our homecoming events. It also has our signed Antcon 2024 poster. Did you attend Antcon and did you sign the poster, and can you spot your name? Let me know below. I can see PJ Ramblings, Cheshire, Formatech, Colifer, JB, Adam, Hood, Rex, Jessica, Tyler, Erin, Barley, Casper, Jack, Caitlin, Nell, Richard, Maisie, Ben, Freddie, Woody, Elliot, the ANT ANTICS team, and many, many more. We also have some artwork from schools and people who have visited ANT ANTICS. We also have some of our previous year's Antcon posters. If you can spot your name on all three, then I think there's quite a few people that are on all three posters. Now let's go back into the display room and check out the Camponotus nicobarensis colony. Starting from their main nest area, the tubing goes over the messors, along the wall, where they can either go up or down. They spend a lot of time hanging around here, and we're going to follow the tubing up all the way to the ceiling practically, following the signs, and then it goes through the rope lights in the display room, and then we're going to follow it through the entrance hall, through the actual wall, through another wall, and lucky it's signposted so the ants don't get lost. Now we're in the escape game reception area. It comes back through the wall, it goes along and above the door, the main entrance, along the window and down into their main outworld. Their outworld has 2 levels. It's really nice having this in the window, and every day we have people stopping to look and see what's going on in the setup. The Nicos eat so much and absolutely love sugar snaps. I think it's hard for any of us to walk past this tank and not top them up with snaps. And then to see them running up and down the tubing telling everyone that the food has arrived. It just is such a nice setup to look at. Then round to the next room we have the Solenopsis geminata tank. These are absolute savages. I've even seen them pull a dead fish out of the water and strip it down in no time at all. I love watching them, and I love how they have this bridge of 2 sticks between their 2 islands, and it didn't quite meet, so they've built it up with soil so that they don't have a gap in between them anymore. I'm not brave enough to keep this species myself, but I really have enjoyed seeing them, and I love their setup. They're such fun to watch. I love seeing them walk over the water. They use the duckweed, but they float anyway. I'm sure the fish probably nick some of them every now and then, and it will be interesting to see how quickly they outgrow this tank. Will they still be in this setup at Antcon 2025, or will they have had to have an upgrade? The fish are also pretty cool, and there is a lobster somewhere in here and some shrimpy things. Now to the staircase, and by that we have the Polyrhacus dives colony. These are so awesome, and it's super cool seeing them interact with the other critters living in the tank below. I love how they have nested up in the air and we get to see them from multiple angles. And I'm glad it's by the stairs, because I'd never be able to reach it otherwise. And while we're at the stairs, we get to see this sign. Up the stairs and to the left is Rich's office. We'll just have a quick peek in here. Then over to Sam's packing room, where he beautifully packs everyone's orders and usually plays rubbish music while he's doing so. Then into the 3D printing room, where Matt and Rich print all the nests, outwells, bowls, feeders, etc. and laser cut all the acrylic. I'm sure by my next video it will look different, because we seem to be buying printers pretty quickly to keep up with orders. Here we also have all our trial or test product nests and prototypes, where we make multiple changes to get them just right. They are definitely the most stylish nests I've ever seen. It's also where my favourite nest was made, the Pop F. I freaking love it. I'm going to make a proper video on the Pop F next, because everyone needs to see this setup. It's ant keeping elite style. And the next room is where the hardest worker ever works, in the husbandry room, aka Sadie's room, with my desk. Oh, and don't read the private information on the board. Then all the stock colonies that I lovingly feed and look after. Here's just a small selection of the colonies we had out for one of our homecoming events. I might do a feeding day live on YouTube one day, so you can see all the colonies and see what I do when I'm there. Well, that's all for this video, and it's the first video I've actually done some of the editing on myself, so I hope it's okay. I've been working at ANT ANTICS now for about 6 months. Well, depending on when I actually finish this video, it might be significantly longer. And my favourite things about working there are seeing loads of the cool species and getting to feed all the colonies. I love that we all get along really well, and it feels like we all bring something to the table, and it's just a laugh being there. I've not learnt much Welsh. The only word is boed, which the boys say, "I'm just going for boed, do you want anything?" which means food. Unless it's chip shop day, and then that involves Rich doing the chippy dance at the top of the stairs. I'm also waiting for Matt to notice the thing on his car. Maybe he would have found it by the time this video goes out. A huge thank you to all the ANT ANTICS team for making me feel so welcome, and for making me an accessible feeding room. Thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, bye!